Welcome to the last time you will see any of us ever. We're gone. We're gone after this. It's over. For the comic book and fetish video.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be it's I guess it's fetish, I guess.
Okay.
So who wants to start off?
Yeah, who would like to go first?
I think I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Because I have literally 4 pages of things.
Yeah.
That I just want to share to you guys. Just
go for it.
Want to share. I just want to share.
Really go for
because
it.
I want to share it. So I'm gonna share. And look at this. Do you see, or is it too big?
The Amazing Man.
Yes.
He is
the Amazing Man.
Amazing.
And it's published by September 1933, which is old, pre 1952. That's what we supposed to be.
Yes.
And we're just gonna start read a little bit because it's not gonna be hard. I'm just gonna let you guys read it.
Can I read it out loud? Can I read it out loud for
everyone? Yeah, you can read that, please.
A man known to his enemies by many oh my god, I can't. It's so ridiculous. Elias, most terrifying of which is the green mist. 25 years ago in the dismal country of Tibet, the Council of Seven chose an orphan of superb physical structure, and each did his part to develop in this child all the characteristics of a man who would dominate the world of men by his strength, knowledge, and courage. I'm sorry, this is already sounding very queer. I'm sorry, the intricate rituals. Mature now, the Amazing Man, a man, sits chained before the council, waiting for his final test before setting forth into the outside world. The 6 of the council have endowed him with the benefits of kindness and tolerance and bravery, but a 7th, the great question, covet plans of dire evil for the perfect boy. Why?
Okay, so this 4 pages is basically about the tests, but not all the tests. So I didn't include the last test because I just can't just keep reading it because it's ridiculous. I don't want to read it anymore. So okay, let's see next page. Those are the tasks.
This is
so the first you have to
I mean, didn't we all wrestle a snake in our youth?
With
our mouths?
With our mouths, yeah, exactly.
And there's one test, the first test, the second test, the third test, having knife thrown into your throat and body.
By a pretty woman, good for her.
Yes, and the fourth test is basically knowing every languages ever.
The standards for men nowadays.
Yeah, right.
It's
and
ridiculous.
The last I don't know, test, I guess. Apparently he just have superpowers with injecting something into his body, why did everyone have their superpowers by injecting something into their body?
I don't know.
We're getting bit by something.
Or getting bit by something.
I'm sorry,
and just in general,
it's
this guy looks like.
It's the last panel with his little chest band. That is I'm awaiting some kind of queer metaphor here, because this seems so gay and the fondest terms I can use. This is just homoerotic to me. I'm like, what is this? Stop.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just probably focus on either this page or this page. What do you guys think?
I
like the snake.
Yeah, me too. Okay,
that specific, the last 2 there, those look like pinups.
Yes, let's focus on this too.
Behind his back, and a little snake's coming at him.
Yeah,
I swear, there's a artist on Instagram that draws like gay 1950s or like 1940s pinup art. And I'm like, this looks like it.
I think that's it's not exactly why the reason that I choose, but that's probably the reason that I choose it. I've seen a little bit of some kind of weird comic that resembles like this, but apparently this man is very much like 100% like a man, like, I guess.
Yeah.
With the name a man.
Don't know, like I was trying to figure out if it was a man or Amon. I was like, either way.
I don't know, a man, Amon.
A man, Amon.
And he's also his title is Amazing Man. Or yeah.
He looks like Henry Fonda. Like just looks like a guy.
Getting to the topic of fetishism, I just basically, it's right there. Yeah. I don't want to say, but it's right there. Fetishism.
It's right there. I think there's also the fetish of like the perfect man and like finding the ideals of like perfect man kind of stuff. It's just like,
yeah, and in what way that anyone will know all languages that ever existed.
These
to make him like yeah. I feel like I don't know what like the world is probably like back then in 1930 something, but I guess male dominance.
Well, yeah, male dominant, white male dominant world, but at the same time,
but at the same time, I feel like this specific 4 pages of comic, I don't know, it gives me a kind of mixed feelings when you also presented someone, I mean, I don't want to say it, but this woman is kick-ass.
Yes.
I want to throw a knife like that.
I like how she says, hold, lad. Like she, like, stop, will you slay me? Hold, lad. Like this sounds ridiculous. I love.
Oh yeah, and look at this. This sentence right here.
Oh my god, I can only stand just so much. He has 2 knives in him. Just.
Oh so what is? I don't know if this is what we're supposed to be analyzing, but I just the ridiculousness.
So crazy.
It's so ridiculous.
Why is he like cinched though? Like why is he like like his body
and the angle which is just as like in both of the pictures of him like getting stabbed, he's
like, if I was a RuPaul judge, I would just be like, yes, giving body. I'm so proud of you. Nice padding. He looks fake. All of this. Yeah. It's this obsession with just fakeness.
He is just giving intense hourglass. Nothing is real about any of this.
Y'all.
BBL. The BBL. Ugh. Good for him. Don't look at me like that.
And just the art, I feel like the art is, what is that chart of like being more realistic and more iconic?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, iconic.
This is, I think, towards like middle, more realistic side.
I agree. I think this is more realistic.
Even though like no man look like that. I mean, probably there are some like men look like that. I don't care.
It's probably not naturally.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's such a ridiculous start, and I just cannot keep going.
This is this for? Like, who's genuinely looking up the perfect man?
I don't know.
I want the perfect man cinematic universe. Put him in Marvel. Oh my god.
And just putting him in a situation where he has to put the snake in his mouth.
Yeah, like
very fetishy, but like not in a way I can imagine anyone like, yes, that is what I needed.
Talking about the man.
I wanted to see a man eat a snake.
Yeah,
today.
The man eat a snake. I'm gonna stop sharing and just start sharing in a like very little, and like right now. Just gonna show you like the front page because I didn't have it here. This is the front page. Oh, where did my okay. I'm sorry that I'm taking so long.
No,
but-
it's all right. I'm just trying to
Okay.
collect about what I
This
just
is a great
saw.
comic though.
Do you see things?
No, it just says
It
that
says that you're
the
screen sharing. It's blank. It's
Do you
just
see
oh,
things
there we
now?
go. There we go.
This is the first page,
He's sweating.
and this is the first page. I
Echo
don't know.
snake.
Who is this?
Why is he bound like that?
He got some booty too.
He's got ass. He's bounded. He's got a snake in his mouth, and he's
a redhead.
he's a redhead. What is this?
And,
Is that my dad back when he was in wrestling club?
I hope not.
The
Because my dad's
amazing
a
man-
redhead.
For 10 cents, you get to see
When-
this man bound.
I see this first, like the cover page. I get it how that German like doctor says
Mhm.
comics are poisoning the kid's mind. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it.
Mhm. It's really poisoning my mind. I think I
don't want to
gonna-
stop sharing. I'm gonna stop
like-
sharing. Okay, I'm done. So, what do you guys think?
I hated it.
I think
Yeah.
the man needs to go take the BDSM test like right now. I think whoever's enjoying that comic needs to figure out what's going on with them inside of their brain. God.
I wonder what the writer was on.
The writer was on, I think, male homosexuality. And like, good for him. Good for him. I can't talk. If they had like a comic where it was like The Amazing Woman, I'd be like on it immediately. Like, let's go.
Okay, let me find if I can find anything. I think I just for some reason closed the oh, never mind. So the rating is actually 7.5 out of 10 with only 5 votes because no one reads comic that old.
Who's reading it? For?
I don't know. I just they have comments.
Probably not by
like,
their choice.
They have no. Actually, I'm gonna read these comments. In 2013, January 2nd, someone comments, the great cover is wait, the great cover is paper and an excellent scan as is the rest of the paper pages. And apparently, this person rates a 10 out of 10 for the content and loved it.
Cool.
So, okay, I'm done. I'm just stop poisoning people's mind. I'm done.
my mind's lovely. I love the poison personally. So great.
Okay. I think that's what Professor wants, I guess.
I guess.
So anyone wants to keep going?
I can go next because mine's so much tamer than anything else. So when I heard like find something crazy, I immediately just decided to go with a Camel or like cigarette ad. So this one is just an ad. I think it's from 1942 from when I was looking it up, that shows a woman incredibly annoyed turned into a horse and then is able to solve it by smoking a delicious cigarette. You know, who doesn't love for pure pleasure, for more pure pleasure, have a Camel. And I saw this and I went, I hate it. I hate everything about this.
Yeah.
I don't
You know how people back then just sell cigarettes as medicine?
I know. And that's what it is. This is just promoting an addiction. It
It
like
was seen as like fabulous or like a fashion kind of thing for some reason.
I can see why. Like I personally, I don't like cigarettes. I think they're gross, but the image of someone smoking a cigarette, I'm like, ooh, okay, go ahead. And then I think about it and I'm like, you're destroying yourself. So have fun dying in like 30 years. But like this when I see ads like this, it's like it really did feel like a fetish, because it was like you needed your cigarette, your daily cigarette, whenever you got an annoyance. So it was a constant desire to fulfill. Like it was a constant pleasure that you needed throughout the day. I was like, why? What?
Just how much cigarettes are sexualized is like, it's interesting.
It's such a interesting phenomenon for cigarette, because in almost every single media, when you see a cigarette, it usually means sex. It usually means some kind of sexual intercourse or something like that. It's
I just hate cigarette in general.
yeah.
Sorry about that. I just cut you off.
No, it's okay. They're gross. I think the thing that like I found the most ridiculous about this was just the woman being viewed as overly emotional and frustrated for, I don't know what the heck she's on the phone for, but it being like, don't get overly emotional, smoke a cigarette with your husband. Like, it feels very Lana Del Rey, very horrifying, ridiculous. I also just hate the art style. Hate the fact her waist is to high heavens.
I was about to say that. I just want to say how her waist is like basically as like narrow as the cigarette.
Exactly. It literally is. It's like slim. And the thing is you get a similar, like they have so many different ads for it, for all the cigarette ones. Hold on. They have, what was the next one I was trying to find? They have one where it shows a woman joining the Navy and smoking, like that makes her smoke Camel cigarettes. Whenever women are involved in these Camel ads, they're somehow sexualized and treated as lesser or ridiculous, which was the first thing I saw when I saw the this one, where the come on, computer, work with me, this one. It just felt ridiculous in like a different sense than The Amazing Man. It felt more ridiculous from like a outside standpoint. Like, what is this? So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Yeah,
so
that is definitely saying how the societies back then are like towards like women. I'm not being overly like saying that, oh my god, women suffered, but it just like, the point of view comes out everywhere. It's as small as like an ad for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And just the entire point of view of people viewing women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is my comic was literally called Girls, so I feel like that's a solid transition.
I love girls. Show me girls, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. What the hell?
I'll give you guys a quick rundown because the dialogue, nothing happens in it. It's like the woman in the yellow comes in. She said someone was on the phone looking for you, something about a party tonight. And she's like, who was it? Where's the party? What time? Blah, blah, blah. And the woman was like, I don't know. Why would I know? And she's like, why didn't you ask? Why didn't you wake me up for the phone? That's it. That's like the whole dialogue. But it wasn't obvious. I wanted to take a look at whatever this is.
Them doing exercise.
She's like, I guess she just woke up and she figures, let's do some stretching. And then the very next panel, she is upside down. And then the other woman is like planking for some reason. Go back to when that was a thing. Do not miss that time in the internet. So I had many questions, but what I thought was sort of strange was how I was thinking about the idea of closure and the what do they call it? The gaps, the gutter. And I looked, and every single gutter between panels, like the pictures are spilling into the gutter.
Yeah.
Somehow, except for these two, like the two pictures where I'm like drawn to them and just fixating on them, fetishy vibes, just why is this happening and am I supposed to enjoy it? and they're the most distinct in terms of the gutter. The artist was really going above and beyond to draw your eyes into whatever is happening there.
Mhm.
I also want to look at their fashion style. I don't know what is that. What time? What year is it? This
This looks like 30s.
I think it was 30s. This was, yes, 32.
Yeah, the
So,
fashion looks like
apparently, I don't know. What do you wear to bed? Is like this thing, the orangish thing.
Yeah, I would suppose that. I think trying to figure out for fashion sakes. This probably feels like early 30s because hairstyle looks very 20s esque. And a lot of for nightwear, it was like slip outfits, like slip dresses and things like that. Very coordinated, pretty looks. But since that's pants, I think of 30s or 40s because women were not wearing pants for a bit.
Yeah, and then they are wearing high heels or heels everywhere.
Yeah.
Gets out of bed
Even when they're
immediately,
doing
puts them on.
exercise.
Yeah. I wonder, I get like who drew this comic? Who's the author?
Oh, the author, I can't even make out this name.
Yeah.
Worcester, Mass.
And I guess.
Wow, girls really being in Worcester, Mass. I love it. It's such a weird comic because like nothing's happening, but at the same time, like I'm not mad about it. I feel like they could have put these women in such worse positions with a title called Girls.
Very
This
true.
literally just seems like so normal.
Yeah. There's like not a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's
I feel
not a
like
lot.
that's also something though.
Really nothing.
When you're involving like girls,
Mhm.
it just nothing happens.
Yeah.
That's true. It's like
I
they're
mean,
just alive.
They're just pretty.
alive, woke up, did some exercise, and feel bad about not going to the party.
It is really true. It really is just like they're just here to look pretty and do exercise together and then like stand and longingly look out the window. I mean, like, that is my morning routine, but like, look pretty, look out a window. That's all I do. But
Wait for the man to come.
yeah, wait for the man to show up. Call me again.
Also,
God.
who is reading this kind of comics?
That's the thing is this made for women?
Or yeah, is it made for women or is it made for men? That
I don't know who the target audience is at all.
because if it's like made for women, then I feel like I don't know, are women that boring back then? They were being intrigued by these, I guess. I mean, beautiful artwork. Nothing wrong with the artwork. It's just the plot.
I find it interesting that they feature a plus size woman at all in this comic. I like was thinking about that. I was like,
for the time too. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, very interesting.
I was thinking about that and thinking like I wasn't sure if it was because I know in class we were talking about in terms of like iconicity, the like curvy, more circular figures are supposed to be cuter. And I wasn't sure if she was sort of you know, they gave her these curves to kind of contrast and she's sort of stretching for comedic effect while she's in comparison a lot more, you know, pointy, angular straightness to her body. There are no curves anywhere. And so she's anything but cute, supposed to be sexy. I don't know, but unless it's there for some sort of comparison, because I was also very surprised to see like a plus size woman here, but it's definitely not made to be beautiful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She is beautiful though. Look at her face.
Oh yes, no,
they're gorgeous, beautiful.
And also, just what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th panel.
Yeah.
And how do you, I feel like just this one panel when she's experimentally changing, only showing the legs.
Yeah.
And
Scandal.
yeah, how was talked about in class, how only pictures can makes you imagine so much,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and only showing something is the word is not showing that is the more powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which
Just giving a
I feel like,
warning. We have 10 minutes left of this meeting.
oh,
Okay.
so you're up, Tori.
Yep, I can do
Yeah, Tori.
Mine's quite different from all of yours. It's kind of darker too. But anyway, so this is mine right here. So for context, what's going on here is, so in the previous part, so these guys, this old guy owed money to these two guys, but he died before he could pay up. And so they decided, wait, we can make money by selling his body to these college students to experiment on. And then they realize how much money they can make by selling bodies to the college students to do science experiments on. So they just go around killing these people and giving their bodies without saying where they came from, by such as, because in the first one, no one knew who he died. He didn't have any friends or family. So they're like, this is the perfect opportunity. If we just kill people at random, no one will know they died and they'll already be experimented on at that point. So they can get that bag.
I think that's a true story, actually.
Yes, this is from what's it called? It's like Exposed True Crime Stories, and it's from 1948.
Yeah, because I think, oh God, does anyone else know that like Amazon series called Lore or whatever? It talked about like random things that happened in life and stuff like that, like true crime stuff. And I remember there was an episode, I think, I could be wrong about the TV show, but I think there was an episode about this that was super interesting. I mean, like, really interesting way that they decided to portray.
Yes, that the portrayal though, like they give them like such exaggeration and how evil they make them look, and how like the way that they're killing this guy with like a blunt force
It's
to
his
head.
cane. And that's the thing, is I think that they make the other guy look so much more aggressive than the guy with the top hat. Guy with the top hat's just like chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this entire art looks just dark
Yeah.
because I think it's messy.
It is, yeah. It feels very off kilter and messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like kind of full. I don't know how the fullness of their filling every space apparently.
It feels every single panel is very crowded because they're
Yeah.
the gaps and stuff. It's all very closed off really well. So I think that the messiness of everything and how crowded everything looks just makes it feels like there's so much going on.
Yeah. It's almost like suffocating, which makes it that much darker.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, you're like the people that they're killing.
Yeah, I guess that works. I feel like that.
No, so when you there's a time that you can just kill random people and no one finds out.
Yeah, like, but I think that's such an God. Why people? It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thinking about them getting away with this feels very ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, clearly they were eventually caught.
Yeah.
After they've killed like whatever
bunch of
many people.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just again look, this woman is like a really nice looking woman
Yeah.
with blonde and blue eyes.
And the problem,
She reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, but that wasn't that time, I don't think. Yeah.
no, she probably was a prostitute, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
yeah.
Because based on like true stories, if they're gonna kill anyone who doesn't have a name that no one will want to find missing,
It's
like,
probably like homeless people.
homeless people, lower class, and sex workers.
It's ironic because the guy in the third panel, he looks pretty sophisticated.
But he's old. And so
Yeah.
there's not going to be a lot of people waiting for him.
Yeah.
Oop. That was the
Sad.
time.
And also that he owes them money, right?
Yeah.
He owed them money, so he probably not as rich as he shown
Yeah.
himself. He portrays himself as a rich person, but he's not. But because since he's like borrowing money from sketchy people, just to kill them eventually.
Yeah.
Those two people look sketchy. So,
Yeah.
like in the first place, I don't think you would ever borrow some money from those people because they look
No.
sketchy. They look like they're going to do bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about making artsy entertainment about like real tragic stories and tragic deaths, and you're like analyzing these characters who are actual humans who were murdered.
Especially because like I feel like it's being portrayed in such a comedic way, and that's kind of disrespectful to like the victims. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a weird scenario.
Also, the art style is what we talked about in class, how it is more iconic and it tends to relate to more darker things. But that one is kind of realistic, I guess. Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, definitely more so than some of the other ones,
Yeah.
which I guess makes sense because it is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how we actually it's so weird how we like see two pair of feet laying against each other. We think in bodies.
Yeah.
Well, what it could be something else, but bodies. That's what I immediately think of.
Yeah.
We've been feeding up
Yeah.
for so much information that we just like know two pair of shoes laying against each other like that. That's bodies. They have
Yeah.
killed.
Well, I guess that's a good place to end things.
Yeah.
Yes, that is that all we're gonna
I think
We
that's
have to-
it. That's
yeah.
all we have to do.
Yeah. And
Well-
like I said, my thing's running out anyway. So
Yeah. Well,
okay, cool.
it's been a lovely semester making videos with you
Yes.
all.
Yeah, I love to
see
make
future
Keep
MCA course.
Yas queening, keep slay queening, keep
Yes. Gaslight
being
Gatekeeper
hand-
girl boss.
Yeah.
and in this video, like
Well,
we also keep recording. I will stop
Yeah.
recording. Maybe.
well,
Adios.
Love you guys.
farewell.
Bye.
Mwah.